Good afternoon, everyone. For today's afternoon session on recent advancements in machine learning, reinforcement learning, supervised and unsupervised learning, we are fortunate to have with us Dr. Kumar Ramasamy, who is currently leading the technical team in Hindusthan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. He is a chief research scientist in a Canadian-based startup company in Vancouver region of British Columbia, Canada. He was also invited as keynote speaker for Asia Artificial Intelligence Virtual Summit 2020, which was the first virtual summit on artificial intelligence in Asia to be held in Malaysia in June 2020. He was elected as a program co-chair for EAI International Conference on AI-Assisted Solutions COVID-19 and Biomedical Applications in Smart Cities held at Portugal. Dr. Ramasamy is associated with the research collaborations with Chinese, Malaysian, Turkish, and Canadian universities. He is the founding member of IEEE SIG of Big Data for Cybersecurity and Privacy. He is the expert editorial advisory board member for a lot many reputed journals. Dr. Ramasamy has over 25 publications in international journals and conferences, has edited 8 books from Elsevier, CRC Press, Springer, and Wiley Publications. He holds about 19 patents. He is an active member of over 9 professional bodies and has delivered talks in over 18 institutions. It is a great honor for us to have you with us today, sir. On behalf of the management of St. Joseph Engineering College and the Department of Computer Science and Engineering SJC Mangaluru, I extend a warm and hearty welcome to you, dear sir. Yeah. Dear attendees, kindly note, you are requested to mute yourself during the session. We request all participants to ask questions only towards the end of the sessions by using the chat box. Without further delay, I now call upon Dr. Lakshmana Kumar Ramasamy to take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Hi, how are you? So I just want to ask you so how are you guys? Is it fine there? Yeah, right. So before getting into the context, I want to ask you whether you can hear me? Whether you can hear me up? Is there any disturbance?
We can hear you. We can hear you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So it means that we don't have any disturbance in between, right? Yeah, fine. That's great. Okay. So thanks for offering me an opportunity to deliver a talk on machine learning. Okay, for this event, right? So I'm pretty much happy for that. Okay, right. So as I don't want to waste my time because the time which is given to me is around only 1.5 hours. So I want to make the best of it. Okay, right. So before getting into the content, I want to ask you why AI? Nowadays people are speaking about AI. So what is AI and why AI? In the morning, I firmly believe that Professor Chandrasekhar have given an excellent talk on AI, especially about its investment. So I believe that. Okay. So in add to that, you want me to use headphones? Yeah. 1 minute. Yeah. Is it okay now? Is it okay now? Because as per your request, what I have done is I have, yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. Right. Okay. Yes, I mean, thank you. Yeah. Before starting with the themes, I want to ask you, like, why AI? People used to, used to speak a lot about AI nowadays. So what is AI and why AI? Why we want to do AI? Okay, right. So let me give you a small scenario, right? So what you can do is, I believe that you all have a habit of using mobile phones, right? Because mobile phone is like your third hand, if I'm not wrong, right? Okay, yes, great. So have you ever worked with fingerprints? Right? Fingerprints? Right. How generally you will unlock your mobile? You generally unlock by using your fingerprints, right? Okay, that is one way. And what is the next way? Next way is like you could have used face recognition as well. Even you can unlock your mobile phones through your face recognition, right? So can you please tell me what happens in that and how it works? Because this is your mobile, right? Okay, this mobile is a mission. This is completely a mission, right? Okay, but you are trying to unlock it with your fingers, right? Okay, so can you please tell me what happens in between that? Because this is a mission. You are telling the mission, hey, please unlock it. Okay, I have a security here and this is my security, right? Okay, yeah. So can you please tell me what is this and what is the concept name? Can you please tell me what is this? Huh? Right. So I will tell you, right? Okay. This is called as artificial intelligence, right? Very simple. Because this is artificial, okay, right? This is my finger, and this is intelligence, and intelligence is mine. That's it. Okay. So I'm going to make my mission to work on behalf of me. So I'm going to make my mission to think, right? So this is called as artificial intelligence. So whenever you are trying to make the mission think, and that indeed is called as artificial intelligence. And my straightforward question to you is like, and how do you make the mission to think? So what I'm supposed to do, right? So very simple, right? Right from the childhood and probably in our engineering days or during, if you are from computer background, you could have analyzed this. People used to speak about algorithms, right? Okay, algorithms. We hate that, right? Algorithms everywhere we go. They used to speak about algorithms, right? Okay, right. But in my terms, I used to say that algorithm is a kind of a rules. Okay, so very simple. What I'm going to do is, see, this is my finger, okay, and I'm trying to unlock my mobile. See, I'm just touching it. Okay, can you please tell me, like, so I'm going to touch my mobile entirely or very lightly, okay, or very in depth. Okay, this is how my mission works. Okay, so my mission works based on the instructions, and these instructions are generally called as algorithms. It's very simple, right? So I personally believe that now you are completely okay about what is AI and why do we require AI. Okay, because wherever you go nowadays, it's all AI. People are speaking about smart cities, right? So everywhere people are speaking about cyber physical systems, right? Now wherever you go, people speak about data analytics. Okay, so the base for everything is data. Generally with the data we are going to make some decisions, right? Okay, so how can we do that? That decision can be made by probably with the techniques, with the technologies like artificial intelligence, data science, cyber physical systems, and a lot more out there. Okay, right. And the next thing is, you can ask me like, okay, sir, yes, you used to tell us like AI is important wherever we go. We use AI because we live in AI era, because we live in AI. Okay, so what is, so I need to have what? If I want to be a pioneer in AI, right? If you want to be good in AI, we used to tell like there need to be some pre-linguistics. Okay, there are some basic requirements. So what is that requirement? That requirement is pretty simple. We call that as mission learning. Okay, number one. Okay, so I can say you that you just imagine like AI is a circle. Okay, you draw a circle, you just name it as AI as outer circle, and in the outer circle you draw another inner circle and you just name it as mission learning, and inside that circle you just draw another circle and you just name it as deep learning. That's it. Okay, so from this broad view you can understand that machine learning ML is the subset of AI, and deep learning is the subset of ML. So what does it mean? It means pretty concrete, right? So if we want to solve any real world problems, generally we use machine learning, right? Okay, but there are few problems where we cannot be solved by machine learning, and that is the case where we use deep learning. Okay, so if you are good in deep learning and machine learning, then I can tell you like you probably you can do whatever you want in artificial intelligence. Okay, so the agenda of today's session is, I mean, it's pretty simple. What I'm going to do is, because I'm the guy who who doesn't believe in the theoretical stuffs. I love theory, but I want to do it practice. Okay, so today we are going to do a lot things practically. Okay, not theoretically. But before getting to that, you want to have concepts theoretically. Without okay, right. So let me get into the session. One minute, please. Oh my God. 1 minute, please. Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
No, sir.
Okay, 1 minute, ma'am. Yeah. Is it? Ma'am, can you see my screen now?
No, sir. Your screen is not.
No, can you see my presentation? PowerPoint is there?
Yes.
That's great. That's perfect. Right. Okay, and the next thing I want to tell you, like, please, we can discuss a lot of use cases. Okay, rather discussing about the concepts, I can tell you like what is happening in Google, what is happening in Microsoft, and what Amazon guys are doing with that. Okay, I mean, we can discuss a lot, but the deal is like you need to be active and you need to ask me tons and tons of questions. I'm happy to answer it all, right? Okay, rather than a session, I want to be have a discussion forum, right? Yeah. Okay, see, from this diagram you can understand this is taken from Google. Don't think that I spend nearly 4 to 5 hours in drawing this. No, completely we are smart guys, right? So this is completely taken from Google. Okay, right, see. So this is, from this you can understand, like, so in the front part you can see this is a human, and the back part you can see something is there. Okay, so that is what, very simple. Okay, so missions are thought to do something. Okay, so that is the reason why humans are needed. And before getting into this, I want to make one thing sure that people used to say that once artificial comes, people may lose job. No, that is wrong. No, that never happened. Because how the missions work, because we need humans. As a human, we are the one who builds systems, right? So humans are necessarily indeed required to build systems. Got it? Okay, right. And this is my favorite pic. Can you, I mean, from the pic, can you understand, like, okay, what is happening, right? So something, robot is trying to do something. Yes, robot is trying, is sitting, okay, but robot is trying to read something. So how does a robot can do it by its own? No, never. Robot cannot do it, right? Okay. So we need humans to do this. So we are the one who make robots to act according to this. And for this, the base for everything is rules. You want to ask the robot to please sit in this position, sit in this angle. You just take the book, okay? You just read it. These are the rules we frame, and these rules are simply we call as algorithms, okay? And you, I have told you, like, if you want to be good in, AI, artificial intelligence, you want to have the base on machine learning and DL and deep learning, okay? They are nothing but the algorithms. Okay, this is what I have told you already. Like, so you can imagine artificial intelligence as a whole, and in that we will use machine learning, and there are few problems where we cannot solve using machine learning. And in that case, we use deep learning. I will give you a small example, right? So imagine most of us are academicians, are basically from maybe like me, academician. I mean, before that, probably you might be from industry, okay, right? So who knows? Okay, so let me give you a small scenario. Like, you want to develop an AI application. The scenario of the application is like it want to capture the picture of each and every one, and it want to process it, and it want to recognize that who is this X, who is this Y. Okay, right. Okay, so this problem is completely it relates to image. So suddenly we call that as image processing, right? Okay, that's fine. So do you think that machine learning, by using machine learning, we can solve this? No. If you want to do any problems in the basics of integers, okay, right? Okay, so what we can do is we can use machine learning. Machine learning generally works with with few problems where image is not involved much. Okay, that is the case where we want to think about the other solution, and we call that solution as deep learning. That's it. Okay, so if you want to say, for example, this is implemented in Dubai airport, right? Okay, so something like, if you enter, it will scan the image and it will find out who is he and where is where is he from and where he is trying to designate. These are the few things they can identify easily by using the images. For that purpose, we use an algorithm, we use a method called deep learning. Got it? Okay. And the next thing, right? Okay. See, and now I want to give you a glimpse on machine learning as well. Okay. So what is machine learning? So I have told you, like, machine learning is nothing but probably. So 1 minute. Yeah, machine learning is nothing but probably an algorithm, right? We have different types of algorithm which is used for different purpose, right? And these algorithms are called as machine learning because I am trying to train my machine using these algorithms. That is the reason why we name it as machine learning. Okay, right. And when you say machine learning, generally it is categorized into 3 types. Okay, very simple. One is we call it supervised, and next one is unsupervised, and next one is reinforcement. And before touching this, I want to make sure that a few things like see, imagine a scenario like you divide the whole world problem into 4 types. Very simple. You divide everything, okay? You divide the whole world problem into 4 types. I will tell you what is it and how it works. Even you can divide your family problem, even you can divide your personal problem, even you can divide your entire problem, any kind of problem into 4 types, okay? Number 1 problem, we call it as classification, okay? Number 2nd type, we call it as clustering, okay? Right. And the number 3rd type, we call it as regression. And number 4, we call it as anomaly detection, right? Okay, so let me turn on my video. So I want to ask you a question, like whether you want me to have my video or let my video be muted, okay? Which is your comfort zone? I want to ask you, like, okay, please, can you please respond? Like, so what is your optimal choice? You want me to turn on my video or no? Probably if it is shut, it will be okay for you.
So you can turn on, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, yeah. So coming to the point again. Yeah, ma'am, can you see my screen now? If it is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so so probably what we can do is we can think our entire problem, right? Okay, so we can think our entire problem into four times. So number one is a kind of a classification problem, and next one is a kind of a clustering problem, and next one is a regression, and number four is kind of anomaly detection. I will tell you what is it. Okay, so number one, say for example, right? Probably right now I'm in Coimbatore, but but what I have a desire, like I want to buy a I want to buy a house in probably I want to buy a house in Cochin, right? Okay, or else Bangalore. Bangalore is so good, okay, in terms of nature, right? So I want to buy a house in Bangalore. But being from Coimbatore, I don't know about the market of Bangalore. Okay, right. But I'm thinking that I want to buy a house in Bangalore probably after 5 years. So for that, what I have to do is I need to check the market there and what is the price there and which place is convenient for living and what are the utilities, right? Okay. But now I can predict it. Okay, for my future plan, I can predict. So if you are trying to predict something, okay, if we are trying to predict something in the terms of categories, okay, got it, guys? You are trying to predict something in the terms of categories because I am going to buy a house, okay, based on that particular place. I am going to buy a house based on the place on, I mean, things like whether there's a good school, right? Whether there's a good college, okay, whether I have all the amenities. So based on different categories, okay. So I am predicting based on category. So that problem is called as classification problem, right? Okay. I will tell you, I will give you another example. Imagine, so, but right now I'm married. Okay, I want to tell you like, so let's imagine like I'm not married. I'm going to, I'm going to see a girl, right? Okay. So what I will generally, wow, I mean, what we will do, we are imagine like we are going with the parents, right? Very simple. So my parents and everybody will ask like, okay, so how about the girl, whether she have learned, okay, something like that, what is her degree, what about the family. So you take some decision based on some what, based on some categories. So if you are predicting something based on categories, and generally we call that problem as classification problem. Got it? Number one. Okay. And number two is clustering problem. Okay, so I will tell you what is clustering problem. It's very simple. So being academician, let us imagine that you are entering into a class. Okay, now you want to ask them a question like, guys, how many of you like Shah Rukh Khan? Okay, how many of you like or something like okay, Abhishek Bachchan? Okay, we can take, okay, but there is no match, I can understand. Okay, right. So I'm asking you, how many of you like Abhishek Bachchan or how many of you like Shah Rukh Khan? Once if you ask them a question, what they will do is somebody will say, yes, ma'am, sir, I like this, I like him, I like Shah Rukh Khan, I like. Okay, so it means, so if you want to take some predictions or if you want to say take some decisions based on groupism, based on some groups. That is what now India is doing, right? Okay, especially during the elections. So if you want to make some decision based on the groups, and that is called clustering problem. Again, I'm going to show you a lot of real stuffs today. Okay, how Amazon works, how Flipkart works based on this machine learning, and definitely you will go mad and you will see, oh, these are the things which is implemented. You might have used it, but I mean, without knowing that you are using machine learning. Right? Okay, and the two things I have covered, and the next thing is called regression. Okay, so what is this regression? Regression is otherwise called as prediction. No, regression is not otherwise called as prediction because I have told you that in classification also we are trying to predict something. In clustering also we are trying to predict something. So how does this regression is also called as prediction? No, it is absolutely wrong. It is wrong terminology as far as I concern. That's it. Okay. So regression. If we want to predict something based on some values, say for example, right? So I have a plan to buy a right. Okay. So, session worker Cooper. Okay, right. So I have a plan like like I want to buy BMW car. Okay, it's just for fun, right? Okay, so I want to buy a BMW car, but not now after a year. Okay, so I want to check it out. So how much BMW costs? So probably if I want to buy a basic BMW of 320D, so it will cost around 36 lakhs. So how much I need to earn? So what are the sacrifice I need to do it? So what you can do is you can plan accordingly. So based on that, based on few parameters. Okay, got it. So if you want to predict something based on values, okay, then we call that particular problem as regression. Okay, so these are the four things you need to understand, and the fourth thing is pretty much important, right? We call it anomaly detection, right? So I personally believe that you might have heard it and you might have experienced this, because I will tell you, like, probably you might have received any message from the from someone or somebody before 2 years before, like, you have won a lottery, you have won something, you have won this, you have won that, right? This we call as biting, B-I-T-G. This is called biting, okay? But can you please tell me, like, now whether you are receiving any mails or messages or anything in the social media like that? No, absolutely not. Because no, because now what the system was developed, like, we never allow biting to happen anymore, okay? Because we will just block it, because we will not allow those kind of spam to enter into your social media, or probably into your, nowadays even you will not ever get SMS like that, okay? Probably very rare, 0.001% you may get it. Okay, so this is called baiting, one thing. And coming to the point, like anomaly detection, right? See, just think, you are having 100 rupees in your account. Okay, in the morning, okay, when you wake up, you are finding that you are getting a message from the bank, like rupees 10 has been detected. So what you will do, you will definitely get annoyed, right? So you will go to a bank and you will ask him, sir, why you have taken 10 rupees from my account, right? Okay, and so just think, these are the financial problems, right? Okay, and if they reduce 10 rupees from your account, you will go. If they reduce 0.5 paise from account, or 1 rupee from your account, do you think you will go? You will never go. Okay, right? Okay, so these kind of problems, okay, this is called fraud, like fraud detection, right? We have a lot of problems in credit card as well. So these kind of financial problems we generally encounter usually, right? So these kind of problems comes under the category called anomaly detection. Okay, right. So I want to ask you, like, whether you have doubts, anything like that. Nice. You have any doubts like that as of now? If you don't have any, no. You don't
No,
have any
sir. As
doubts?
of now, nothing.
Yeah. Fine.
uh, sir,
Right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm just going to continue.
sir, actually, your voice is echoing, sir, and there is a break in your voice.
Ma'am, is it okay now?
There is an echo, sir, echo.
Probably I'm in the closed room. I don't think I can find acoustics here, because I'm having a lot of sessions here. Now, is it okay? Because, if it is not comfortable, I can use headphones, because one of the participants have asked me to use headphones, so that is why I'm using headphones. But I don't think, I cannot reckon any echo here. Ma'am,
Sir, this is okay, sir. As of now, this is okay.
Now I'm with my headphones. Now, if you want, you want to tell me, like, this is fine or the previous one is fine, so that I can adjust accordingly.
The previous one is fine, sir, without the headphones.
Right.
Sir,
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is fine.
Yeah. Is it?
Thank you and
So
sir.
no problem, because generally I don't have the habit of using headphones, because I always use it directly, right? Yeah. So coming to the point, like, please. So I have. So it is like I have given you 4 situations and 4 problems generally we address. Okay. Now we have found the problem. What is the next step? And the next step is pretty simple to formulate the solution for that problem. So how do I formulate the solution for that problem? Okay, generally to bring a solution to a particular computer problem, we need to write algorithms. So we write that algorithm we can write by using techniques like machine learning and deep learning.
Attendees, kindly mute yourselves. I request all attendees kindly mute yourself. Kindly mute. Attendees, I request you to kindly mute yourself.
Lakshmi ma'am, can you please mute yourself, please? It's a bit annoying, please. Yeah. Right. So coming to the point. Right. So I have given you like there are four real world problems, and we will face. And the next thing is like once the problem is found, the next thing is obviously to formulate the solution for that. So how do you formulate the solution for that? It's simple by using algorithms, as I have insisted you before. So that algorithms falls into categories like machine learning algorithms and deep learning algorithms. So if you want to solve any problem using machine learning algorithms, there comes three things. One is called supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. So you can ask me, sir, what is this supervised, unsupervised? Very simple, right? I will tell you directly, like you are going to find a solution for some problem, and you will definitely know like the output will be like this. Okay, say for example, right? So I'm going. I have a plan to buy BMW. So now I can tell you like the cost is around 30 to 40 lakhs. So you are predicting something but not sure about it. So you know this will happen because the output will be in the terms of lakhs, right? So once you are completely fine with the output, okay, and you know what's the input you are going to give it, and that kind of learning is called as supervised learning. And you can ask me, sir, why do I give supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement? Actually it's a nice question to ask, because based on the problems we want to select algorithms. So there are a lot of algorithms, but for supervised we have different set of algorithms. For unsupervised we have another set of algorithms, and reinforcement is completely different. Okay, so so you cannot land up with any unsupervised algorithm for the supervised problem. That is the only reason why we are emphasizing the participants like, please, once you identify a problem, then you need to check it out whether that comes under supervised or unsupervised or reinforcement. Okay, so how do I find that? Okay, it's very simple. You are pretty much clear about the output. Something like the output will be in the terms of lakhs. Okay, say for example you want to buy a house. So what could be the output? The output also in the terms of money, right? Okay, so you can predict that okay, it will cost around 1 crore or 1.5 crore, something like that. Okay, this is kind of where supervised will come into the picture. And I will give you another example for unsupervised as well. Right. See, unsupervised is like you are entering into a class and you are asking them like, hey, how many of you like Ajit? Okay, how many of you like Vijay? And 50 will say Ajit, and 50 will say Vijay, or 60 will say Vijay declines. Okay, so and probably before entering into the class, you will not. You are not sure about the output. Probably 0 may say as Ajit, or 1 may say as Vijay. Who knows that? You are completely unaware about it. So when you are completely unaware about the output, generally we call that problem as an unsupervised problem. Okay, unsupervised is nothing but a groupism. We call that as clustering. Okay, and the third thing is very important, where a lot of industries are using now, is reinforcement. I will tell you, like, because my favorite car is Ferrari, right? Okay, probably once you get into a Google or YouTube, you can check the Ferrari's manufacturing unit. Once you see that, definitely you will go mad, because you cannot find more humans working there, because instead of humans, machine will work. Okay, so I want robot. So instead of human, I want robot to take care of the job. Okay, so just imagine a screw need to be placed at 1 millimeter, but unfortunately, if a robot is trying to place the same screw in 5 mm, what happens? Everything will be wrong. Okay, right? So we need to avoid that. Okay, so these kind of learnings comes under the category called reinforcement learning. So These are the very simple things, because in our session I am not going to touch much on DL, because just 1.5 hours is not enough. Generally, I take artificial intelligence as a 5-day course generally, because we need completely 5 days for for completely learning ML thoroughly and also DL. Right. Okay. So this is the general process or general system which I have done for supervised learning. Probably from the image you could see, like, okay, first I'm trying to give you some data to my mission. Okay, generally. So what is this data? I'm going to train my model as, hey, this is my apple. To take this and you just process by yourself, like, this is apple, this is apple. And what happens when the next time the same apple comes, it will find my model. Okay. As far as machine learning is concerned or artificial intelligence is concerned, you cannot generally take the input data and it will find, yeah, this is apple. So imagine, let me give you another scenario. Like, I am training my model, I am just teaching my model, like, hey, this is apple, this is apple. And the next time I'm trying to input that orange. If I input an orange, my model will say, hey, this is not apple, but I don't know, but I don't know what it is. Okay, got it, right? Okay, so this kind of problem is called as supervised problem. Okay, got it. And the second image, even I can given, I have given you, like, this is a completely problem which is called spam classification, right? So I will tell you, please listen here. Okay, see, this is my mail. Okay, this is my mail, and can you find something like spam? Oh, I don't have any spam because this is my IEEE mail ID, so this is completely secure. Let's take my personal mail ID where I have more spams than my inbox. So funny, right? Where is spam? Where is spam? Right. Can you see this? Okay. So what is this? How do I get all the messages in the spam? Because because, you know, as far as Gmail is concerned, you know, I have my inbox, right? So I have my inbox that I call as primary, and I have social, and I have a promotion, right? Okay, right? See, I have my primary, I have my social, and I have my promotions. But what is this spam? Okay, how do I get spam, right? Okay, whether anybody can answer this. How do I get spam, and how the messages are being sent to spam instead of getting into instead of getting into my primary or social or promotions? But I'm getting the messages to spam. So how does it work, and who is doing that? Okay, any idea on that? Do you have any idea, guys? No? Oh, right. So let me do it. It's very simple, right? Okay. See, just Google Google, you know, they have created a model. So whenever a new mail comes, the mail is being scanned. Okay, the mail is being completely scanned based on many categories, like who is the sender, and who is the and who is the receiver, and what are the attachments have done, and what is the and what is the subject of the mail, something like keywords. So there are many parameters where Google used to scan it. And do you think that Google uses their own software? Yes, own software, but it is a separate software which runs in your email server. Okay, imagine you have an email server, and there's a spam software that runs in the email server. So whenever a new mail comes, so my email server will send the mail to my spam software. That spam software will categorize these kind of problems. It is called classification problem, because you can understand from the mail, like, few messages are going to primary, and few mails are going to promotion, and few mails are going to social, and few are going to important, and few are going to what, spam. So it is being classified. These kind of problems, this is a world problem, this is a real world problem, right? These kind of problems are called classification problems, right? And I can tell you these are key use cases. Number one is advertisement popularity. Say, for example, I can tell you, like, right. So have you ever heard about halwa? right? Because you know in Tamil Nadu there's a place called Tirunelveli. Tirunelveli is meant for halwa, okay? I mean, so halwa is world famous here, right? So I mean, how I can address that, because that halwa is so popular, so I can address that. So I cannot sell a product like, hey, this halwa is from Coimbatore. If you eat it, it will be excellent. So can you address something, some halwa kind of stuff from Coimbatore, Coimbatorian made? No, I cannot do that. Okay, why I cannot do it? Because Tirunelveli halwa is already popular. Okay, so it means what? So I need to advertise based on the popularity. Okay, based on the classification. This is kind of a classification problem. And the next thing there comes is the spam classification. That is what I have given you already. And the next thing is called face recognition. Okay, what is face recognition? I have told you, like whenever you want to unlock your Mac or unlock your probably your mobile phones, you use face, right? Say for example, you are giving me mobile and I am trying to recognize it by using my face. Do you think this will happen? No, it will not happen. Why? Because your machine will not analyze my face. Why? Because already you have fed your your face into your machine. Okay, got it? So this is called, because your features are completely different from mine. Okay, so my features are different. So it is a kind of a classification problem. Okay, right. And what is this? Any idea? Yes. So this is completely different, and this is a kind of example for unsupervised. Okay. So I will tell you like what is unsupervised. It's very simple, right? See, I am giving an input data, right? And I am going to train my model, and what happens is like, see, I am giving mango, I am giving apple, I am giving guava, right? So my mission, my model is going to split all the data, and it going and it has given me an output like, hey, these are the apples, these are the guavas, and these are the mangoes. And the second scenario I have given is I have given around 3 shapes, and I am giving the input to the data, and my model will process all the data, and it will split into categories. Got it? This is called unsupervised. This is called groupism problem, like what generally does in the terms of elections. Okay, right. Okay, and these are the few use cases generally works on unsupervised, like recommender systems, buying habits, grouping user logic. So I want to show you, like, so probably you might have seen this. Yeah. Okay. Right. So right. So imagine I want to buy. Okay. No, I think if I give any apple. Okay. Let's see. It's very simple. Right. So I am trying to do something. Please listen carefully. This is very, very important. Okay. You can tell your students like what is recommended systems and how it works. See, it's very simple. I'm not trying for any high-free products. I'm just trying for a local product. See, I'm just clicking it. Okay. The very next moment when I click a product, okay, I'm getting all the spec, okay, and everything like and what is the reviews and everything, okay, right? And once you calm down, yeah, can you see this? What is this? Sponsored products related to this item, okay? I mean Amazon is sponsoring you few products which is completely related to this item, okay? So how Amazon can do this? It means that Amazon is analyzing your buying habits, right? So for example, I'm buying this and probably I may look this product, or I can buy this and I may look this product. So that is so it means Amazon have analyzed like the customers are interested in the few customers who are interested in this may or may not be interested in this. Okay, so this is how Amazon sponsor to it. Okay, right. And the next thing, can you see this? Okay, see, customers who viewed this item is also viewed. Okay, this is completely part of. Okay, see, once the customer have viewed this, they have also viewed this. Okay, so it means what? Coming down is recommending us something. Okay, once you come down, no, definitely this is, see, it is comparing, right? It is comparing. Okay, it is comparing. Let's see. Okay, 4 stars and above, sponsor items. Can you see this? Okay, so these are the reviews. Leave that. Okay, so my question is straightforward, like what Amazon is trying to tell us. Amazon is trying to make business, okay, through our buying habits. So it means what? Probably today there might be 1,000 customers who have viewed this noise watch. Okay, so Amazon want to make business by analyzing the habits of the customers, and these kind of problems are called what? These kind of problems are called as clustering problems. Okay, through buying habits. This is very, very important. Nowadays, most of the business runs through this buying habits. I want to give you another example, right? Imagine, right? We all used to go to a supermarket, right? Okay, so have anyone analyzed what are the items you can find it, especially near to the billing counter? Can you please tell me? What are the items you can find especially near the billing counter? You can find everything in the supermarket, but there will be only a few items where you can find it in the billing market. Okay, sorry, in the billing, near to the billing counter. Can you come up with some guesses? What? You want me to have fun? Kids' choice, yes, it's excellent. Kids' choice, yes. Kids, lot of, you can find chocolates, yes, that is what kids' choice is. Once, next, chocolates, lollipops, everything is okay, and they definitely you might have visualized some shaving kits, right? Then small house utensils, right? Some clips, something, right? And small sweets, right? But you need to understand that the things which they have placed near the billing counter is, it's the price should be very. They will not keep any product like 1,000, 2,000, no. Even they will not keep any product which is more than 100. Recommended price is 50 as per the business tricks. Have you, yes, have you ever visualized that? Yes, okay. The same thing previously 10 years back, we were using appropriate algorithm, right? Okay. So what is appropriate? Appropriate algorithm is a kind of we call as combination. Association, very simple association. If one product is there, if a customer is trying to buy one product and he may be interested in another product, if he is interested in A, he may be interested in B, right? Okay, if he is interested in A, he may be interested in C. So it's a combination. It is the association rules. Association rules can be bought by using an algorithm called appropriate algorithm. This is a completely old concept. This is around 1960s concept. Okay, and nowadays we are using the same concept and we are renaming it and we are giving it as machine learning, artificial intelligence. That's it. Okay, right. So coming to the point. Okay. Next thing. This is very, very important. Right? What is this? Okay, can you see this? Sorry. Can you see this? Very simple. So imagine like, okay, imagine like I am going to make a system, okay, so I am going to make a system. That system is going to work based on the environment. I will give you another scenario, like very simple scenario. Imagine you have a kid at home. So there is a fire somewhere, okay, probably near to your house. Once you tell to your kid like, hey, don't go there because you might be hurt, but kid will not understand. What kid will do? Kid will try to explore that. Kid will go near to a fire and it will try to do something and it will be hurt and it will come to say that yes, mom, yes, dad. Yes. As you said, no, I was hurt. So what do you think kid will go to kid will go next time to that and near to the fire? Obviously not. Kid will not go because I mean, kit was learned by the experience. Okay, the same thing happens, especially like. So I want to give you another example for this. Is like, see, sorry. Okay. Any examples? Can we take this? Yeah. Please see this. Let's enjoy, right? Oh. Let's have fun. Oh, come on. It is a bit slow. Yeah. You want to see this and you want to tell me how it works? Because this is completely related. This is a trailer of NFS. Please watch this.
Limits that make us blend in, make us safe. And we own the limits, and we'll own the night.
Get up, man. Where we're going?
Survival of the fastest. No prizes for second place. But standing up means we go to target. They destroy, so we design. They control, so we create. If you catch fire, run. You'll burn faster.
Yeah, that's it, right? So I cannot have more than this. Okay. You know that this is that is a kind of a video game, right? But generally, while developing video games, they have used a learning called reinforcement learning. So what is it, reinforcement learning? Probably you, I mean, if you could have, I mean, play video games, especially a car game, something like that. If you, I mean, if you hit any obstacles, you know automatically what it does. It will come to a position, right? Say for example, I'm driving a car, okay, I mean virtual, right? I'm just speaking with the video games. I'm driving a car and I'm driving, and just imagine like I'm just hitting any obstacles, okay? So what happens immediately? The car will try to move away from that obstacle somewhat, right? So it means what? Video games are generally made, I mean, by using the concept called reinforcement learning because, right, based on the experience, okay, based on the environment, video games will work. Got it? Right? Okay, see. These video games, industry simulation, resource management. So these are the three important use cases where I want to tell you. So number one is video games. I told industry simulation. What is industry simulation? I have already given you an example of Ferrari car plant, like how it works. And what is this? The third thing is like resource management. And what is this resource management? Simple. Say for example, you might have heard about data centers, right? So what is this data center? Very simple. Data center is a place where the data are maintained, right? Okay. So these are called data centers. But how the resource, because data center is, I mean, it's a kind of a data lake which is very huge in size. We have a lot of SSDs. I mean, hard disks, okay? We have a lot of SSDs, but how do they manage the resource? Okay, say for example, you need to have a proper ventilation. Okay, you need to have a proper coolant. You need to have a required manpower. Okay, not much, probably one or two, right? Okay, you need to have a proper electricity. So all the resources need to be managed. For that, they use a reinforcement learning a lot. Okay, and the next thing is like no, don't worry, session is on the move. Okay, right? Because now theory is done. Okay, theoretical part is done. Now I am going to do it practically, everything. Okay, because I don't like to speak about theories. I don't like blah blah blah, right? So I want to do something. Okay, so this is my site and this is my contact number I have given you, and this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay, right. What you can do is, if you are really interested to collaborate with me, because I'm because I'm just working with a lot of industries, not only with India, with a lot of probably with a lot of other countries as well. And I'm the artificial intelligence mentor for many universities. And the next thing, and I'm the expert member for AI forum. You know, that is the world's number forum in artificial intelligence. Okay, and a lot more to say because I don't want to bore you much. Okay. This is my contact number. I have given you a personal number, and you can ask me, sir, do you have a no? I have only one number. For past 25 years, I'm using only one number, and this is my site, and this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay, right. So that's it. It's done. So presentation is done. Okay. So do you have any doubts? Any doubts? Yeah. Usha madam, there is a filter in Google Mail to handle spam. Yes. Okay. Right. See, actually, filter is something where you can write script by your own, right? I want to tell you, like, you are applying a job somewhere through Naukri, but when you do that, you will get tons and tons of mail from Naukri, right? But no, you can handle that. For that, what you can do is you can create a folder called Naukri, depends on you, and you can write a script like if an incoming mail contains a keyword called job or Naukri, and you can push that mail directly to that particular folder. That is the reason where we use filters. Filter is for scripting, where you can where you can move all your mails, okay, or not all your mails. You can filter your mails. That is the reason for using filter. Any doubts? I mean, audience, if you have any doubts, I'm happy to probably, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. No doubts. So, I mean, so it is like, 1 minute. This for me, wait, I want to, 1 minute. So I want to thank the ma'am, like one who was introducing months, right? Okay. So I mean, it was like I was a chief research scientist for artificial intelligence, and now and now they have promoted me as a director. So now I am a kind of a director for research and development, especially for artificial intelligence. I'm handling AI, and there's a separate team which is handling quantum computing as well, QC, and they are also working on ASA, artificial superintelligence. Okay, right. So if you want to ask me anything regarding any use cases, any industry problems, or any PhD problems, or any consulting problems, I can really help you out. Or if you want to ask me like publications, patents, books, right? No, monographs, right? I'm authoring few books as well, right? So I can help you out. So no doubts on AI. No doubts on AI. Shall we move? Shall we move for him? Shall we move forward? Yeah. Isha ma'am, I think.
Sir, I can listen to you.
Yeah, I think I don't find any doubts. So it means that audience are, I mean, completely okay with this. Yeah.
Yes, sir. As of now, yes, sir.
Okay, man. Right. So what we can do is so guys, so I'm going to take you to an experimental stuff. So it is like what we are going to do is, so we have seen as far we have seen just theory, and now I'm going to tell you like how you can create your own AI model. Okay, and for that people used to say that sir you need to learn R, you need to learn Python, something like yes that is good, but just think what could if a faculty from aeronautical want to do a project in AI, how they can do that. So generally I teach AI to different faculties. I call that as AI with no coding. That is what I'm going to teach you now as well. Okay. So I'm going to create a model, AI model. Okay. So for that, no pre-linguistics. The only pre-linguistics is like common sense. Very simple, very straightforward. Okay. So shall we start? Okay. Yes. Right. Very simple. Right. See. Example. Right. So whenever if you want to create a AI project, number one is what. Okay. So what I'm supposed to do it. Okay. And why I'm doing that. And the next one is how I can do that. Okay. These are the few things where I will ask by myself. Okay. What I'm going to do it and why I want to do that. And the next thing is how. Okay, and how I'm going to do that. Okay, and what we are going to do is that now we are going to see only the how part. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how part. For that, what we can do is for that I'm going to use a tool called Microsoft Azure. It's a free platform for using machine learning. You can code machine learning and you can deploy a project. If you want, you can create it into a web service as well. Right? I will tell you everything. You don't need to be panic. Right? So I'm going to give you everything in the terms of Microsoft Azure. So number one is Microsoft Azure. This is a tool. Okay, it's a tool for machine learning. Right? Okay. And the next thing I have told you like we need to create a model. Okay. So I need to create a model. So before creating a model, you need to understand that there are few parameters are involved if you want to create a model. What are they? Number one is you need a proper data. Okay, right? Data sets. So data means it is nothing but collection of data. We call it data sets. Okay, data sets. So data set is pretty important because I can tell you like good data. If you have good data, it will give you good result. Okay. So if you have bad data, obviously you will have a bad result. So good data will give you good results and bad data will give you bad result. That's very simple. Okay. So number one is data, and next one. I'm sorry, number two. Sorry, this is two. This is one. So okay. Now let us take that we have chosen our data. So now data is ready. And what is the next thing? And probably we may have a lot of unwanted data, right? Data may be good, but there will be a lot of unwanted data. So I need to filter everything, right? So I want to filter the data. So please guys understand these are a few steps, okay? Wherever you go, okay, if you want to work in AI, these are a few steps. Without knowing this, you cannot create a model. Okay, right. So I want to filter the unwanted data. It means I am going to only choose the required data. It means I am going to choose only the required rows. Okay, or required fields. It's not rows, required fields or columns. I can call it as columns as well. Okay. Third thing is I'm going to clean my data. Okay, it means what? Because I have told you like once the data is taken and the data is chosen, and the next thing I may have some missing data. Okay, imagine like you are trying to save a data of one of the student. So one student, I mean, the first semester he had got 60, and the second semester he got 70, and the third semester he got 80, and the fourth semester you have the data as 0. So what happens? Ultimately, everything will be wrong, right? So you need to clean the missing data. Okay, so data need to be very clean. So that's the fourth step. You need to clean your data. And number 4 is like you need to split your data. So you can ask me, sir, why I want to split my data? Because as far as AI and machine learning model is concerned, there are two things. One is called training and testing. Okay, training data and testing data. I used to call it as training data and testing data. So what is this training data? Because I have told you, like, machine learning is nothing but I am trying to train my machine. For that I need some data, correct? Okay, and once the machine is trained, I want to check my machine whether this is working or fine. For that I am going to use the testing data. So how I can do that is very simple. Once you have a data, just split it. Okay, usually in industry they split it as 80-20, 8:2. Okay, or else if you want you can do as 60-40. That depends upon the requirement. Okay, so 60-40, right? So this is done. So now the data is, and the next one we call it as model creation. Okay, so for the model creation we need to choose an algorithm. Why we need to? Because algorithms are the rules. Without rules I cannot do anything. Okay, once the model is created using an algorithm, okay, I will tell you which algorithm you need to use, and depends upon the situation. I will tell you. Okay, don't worry. Once the model is created, next I'm going to score my model. Okay, scoring in the sense how my model works. Okay, and next is how evaluating model. These are a few steps, very simple steps. Okay, the first thing, folks, like you need to find the data. The next thing is you want to remove the unwanted data, and the third, I mean unwanted data in the sense you want to select the columns. Okay, required fields. And the next thing is like cleaning data. Okay, and once the data is cleaned, and the very next step is to split your data. Okay, into two. One is into testing, and the next one is to training. And once this is done, and the next one is a model creation. Okay, and once the model is created, I'm going to score my model. Okay, and next I'm going to evaluate my model. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to do it step by step now. Okay, for that you can ask me, sir, what I need to do it. Just go to Google, just type it as Microsoft Azure Studio. That's it. Oh my God, where is the bus? Where is the bus here? Crosswalks. 1 minute, please, it happens. No crosswalks, no crosswalks. Yeah, just click that. You will have a link. Just click this. Okay, Microsoft Azure ML Studio. No. Then I know if you are a new user, just click sign up here. And you can find 3 options, but always I recommend you to use this most popular. Okay, this is completely free. Use this. Once you click sign in here, there you want to create one. Okay, just create an account. That's it. So everything's done. Okay, once if you have created an account, so probably you will land up here. Okay, right. So this is called what? This is called home dashboard. This is the dashboard. Now whether you are okay with this, okay, Microsoft Azure. If you want, I can share you the link as well. No problem. Right? Okay. Next. Right. So now the tool is ready. And what is the next step? I have told you the next step is like data sets. So where can I find the data sets? Okay, so very simple. Whenever a machine learning project is concerned, there are 2 repositories, world famous repositories. One is called Kaggle. Just go to Kaggle. Okay, there you can find tons and tons of data sets. You can have real learning. Okay, go to Kaggle. Sorry, see now there are 19,000 public data sets. Okay, you can download anything, something like, see, example, I want to tell you, like you want to do a project on this. face detection. For this, you want to use DL. Okay, deep learning, because this cannot be done using machine learning. DL. They have given all the jars, JSON files. Okay, all the images are given. If you want, you can download it. If you want, you can create a new notebook. I cannot confuse you much by speaking about notebooks. That is completely different. Please. See, just register. Just register with Google. Just click dataset. There you can find lot of datasets. Lot. Even you have COVID-19 patient precondition datasets. What is restaurant recommendation? UFC climate, campus equipment, League of Legends, right? US countries COVID-19 there. January flight delay, fake and real news datasets. What else you want? Air pollution, CO, South Korea, right? Data science. You will go. Oh my God, right? You have tons and tons of what? See, it's coming. It's still coming, and it's growing now. You can download whatever you want. Say for example, once you click that, they have given everything. Okay, just click this. It's all in the terms of CSV. Just you can click this and you can download it. Okay, so very simple. Once you download it, the format will be in the terms of .csv. Okay, comma separated value. Okay, you can open it by using Excel as well. That. So now what we are going to do is, so for the experimental purpose, we are going to see Titanic data sets. It's very simple data set, right? Okay, Titanic data set. Okay, so the ultimate aim of this experiment is to find how many of them have survived. Okay, and who have and what about their age and everything. Okay, so we are going to check that, and I call this problem as classification problem, because I'm going to check like what category of people have survived. Okay, so this kind of problem is a classification problem. Again, this is a real world problem. As I say, classification, this is a supervised learning. Okay, got it? Right. So for that, what I'm going to do is just go to Google. Oh, sorry. Oops. 1 minute. Just go to Google. Just click data also. Data. See, you will find everything. You will find everything in Cargill, right? You will get a CSV. That's it. Very simple. Here it is. Okay, they are given as test and train. Okay, but no, don't do this, because I want you to do it testing and training by your own. Okay, see, let's do this. Titanic. See, you can find download zip. GitHub is the good. GitHub is another repository. See, I failed to tell you, like Cargill is one repository and the next one is UCI. Okay, UCI. I'm not doing internet. It's a bit slow today. UCI. Okay. This is University of California. Okay. This is UCI machine learning repository. Just click this. There you can find many data sets. You can see these are the most popular data sets from 2007, and this is the newest data set. Okay, say for example, you want to find something like, okay, can we take this? Yeah, I can take this as heart disease. If I just heart disease, you can find they have given you everything. Okay, see, they click this data folder. There you can find everything, like, okay, see, all the data they have given it, so no problem. Data set description, you can click that. Once you click that, they have given all the names. What about the heart disease, everything. You can get everything, whatever you want. And they have the advantage of using UCI repositories. They have explained everything right from A to Z. Even they have given you like the level papers. If you are using this for your research purpose and you want to cite this data set, very simple. So this is a very clean process. You can use UCI instead of Cargill, but it depends upon your problem as well, right? So imagine like you have downloaded the data set is in the format of CSV. And what is the next step to do it? Just open Microsoft Azure ML Studio, okay? just come to, just click new and just click data set and just click, because you have downloaded the data set, right? And just click from local and probably just browse it and find where the data set is. Okay, you might be having something in your computer in the downloads folder, right? Okay, just do that. Okay, give some name and give tick mark. Once you have clicked that, so now you have got all the data sets, and these are the few data sets of mine. Okay, these are my few data. This I have got for IPL as well, right? Okay, India Premier League. So coming to the point, like, so now we have got a data set inside. Okay, and what is the next step? Next step is like just click plus and just go to experiment. Just click blank experiments. Okay, right, now this is our dashboard. This is our completely dashboard, right? Okay, and now I'm going to name it as FDP man. Okay, I'm just naming as man. Okay, right. I just named my data set as Titanic. Okay, this is for FDP Mangalore Kerala data. That's okay. Okay, right. So I have just named it, and what is the first step? I have given you. The first step is to bring data set. Okay, now we have downloaded it and we have got inside our tool. So what you have to do is just go to your save data sets and go to your my data sets. There you might find your data set. Okay, and now my data set is like Titanic. Okay, that's it. Okay, done. It's all drag and drop. Okay, and now I have my data set ready, and what I am supposed to do it, just right click and just visualize my data set. See, these are the terms. These are the, my data set has around 899 rows and 12 columns. Passenger ID, survived, passenger class, name, sex, age. Okay. See, these are things we are least bothered about this. So I have told you like there are around 12 columns, but I am going to tell you like we are going to select only the columns which is desperately required by us. Oh, right. So it's okay. And the next thing, what is the next thing is I need to only choose the required fields. So how I can do that? So I need to select my columns. Select columns in the data set. So I'm just doing it. And just see, you want to connect this. This is called inode. You want to connect this. And there you can find a warning because now we have not selected anything. Just click this and just click large column selector. And what are things I need? I need survived, I need passenger class, I need sex, I need age, I need fat. So this choice is yours, guys, because as you are doing this first time, probably you want to do everything in terms of trial and error because you want to know why I have not selected name, why I have not selected ticket. No, probably this you will get only from the experience. For that, you want to do a lot of discussions, you want to discuss with me or something like that, you want to try by your own, right? Okay, you can do that. No, it is not cumbersome, it's very easy. For that, I am just selecting only 5 fields, okay? Just, okay, now, and now I just selected only the required things, and next I need to clean my data. Okay, let me check. If you want, you can right click. Okay, 1 minute. So how clean data? So clean. Okay, so clean my missing data. I am just cleaning my missing data. Right. Okay. So let's see. See, you can find columns include name, column names. So what I'm going to do is. See, I have all the columns, but I have selected only 5 columns, and out of that, now I am going to clean only my age. Okay, this is for an experiment purpose. Okay, I'm just telling that I'm just cleaning only the column age. Okay, and how do I clean it? Very simple. I'm just going to replace with median. That's it. Okay, so if any data is missing, what my model will do is my model will replace with a median value. Okay, that is the safer side to do it. Okay. So now the missing data is done, and the next thing is I need to split my data, right? Split data, right? So split data, right? This is very important. Just think. I have just split, okay? But splitting data, it is asking like 0.5. So once I give it as 0.5 means it means 50% is for training and 50% is for testing, right? But here I am going to give it as 0.8. It means what? 80% is for training and 20% is for testing. Okay, right? Now splitting is done, and once the splitting is done, and the next one is model creation, right? Okay, right. So let's model creation. So it means train my model. Train my model. Okay, right. Right. So, sorry. Yes. Right. So it means I'm going to train my model. For that, I'm going to take only 80% of the data. But still, it is getting error. Like it means the model is asking based on which parameter I need to train. So I'm just clicking launch column select. And I'm going to give it as, because our aim is to find the survived. Okay, very simple, survived. Okay, so based on this, I'm going to give, right? And still I'm getting an error, right? So no problem, because I have told you, like, we need to choose an algorithm. This is very important step. The question is, I have told you this problem is a classification problem. Okay, right. So once I click classification problem, I can find algorithms like multi-class, 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 and two class. Okay. See, I want to tell you like the parameters which I have, the columns which I have taken for this algorithm is 5. Okay. It is more than 2. So for this reason, I am not going to use two-class algorithm. I am going to use any of the multi-class algorithm. For the experimental purpose, I am going to use a multi-class decision forest algorithm. Right. Done. Now the warning has gone. Okay. Now my model is being trained, and what is the next step? And the next step is like scoring a model. Scoring a model. Right. See, for scoring, I am using the scoring is like testing. Got it? Oh, sorry. Scoring is like testing, right? Now the scoring is done, and the final thing is like evaluating my model. Evaluating my model. Done. Now it's done. Now the process is done. What is the next step? I need to execute it. I'm just executing it. There you can find probably the time. It is completely based on your internet bandwidth. Okay. If you have a good dedicated line, then probably something is wrong. Fail. Okay. So, okay, right. Now the problem is with the data set. Okay. Because, see, let me check the error code. Error code, request code, error code exception cannot process. Okay, 6 of type. Okay, right. So no problems. This happens, right? H. Okay, no problem. What we can do is yes. Let me do it with mean. Always I want to do it with median because basics of statistics is very important. If the problem comes, we can remove that. No worries. Because it is not going to make sense, right? So no problem, leave it, okay? Because I want to tell you why this problem comes. You need to understand. Because already the age column doesn't have any missing data. That is the only reason why we are getting this. Very simple, just remove it. No problem. Just remove it. Very simple. No need to be panic, right? It's very simple. I'm just getting executed. Let's see. See, we are getting green, 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 green. It's green, green. Done. Okay? Right. And the next thing is like I want to right click, I need to visualize themselves. See, right. This is called confusion matrix. Okay, I want to tell you like the algorithm which we have used gives an accuracy of 80%. Okay, right. Because we have done this using trial and errors. Okay, very simple. So I can tell you like I cannot attain 100% accuracy. No, that is completely impossible as far as computer program is concerned. Okay, right. See, the overall accuracy is around 80%. Average accuracy is also 80%. And in generally, as far as machine learning is concerned, we used to have few metrics like precision, recall, F1 measure, accuracy. Right, okay. So precision recall, we call it as false positive, false negative. So this, this is very simple, right? Okay, you can see the confusion matrix. Okay, so from this, I can tell you one thing: 0, 0. What is this? Because 0, 0 means the person who have not survived. Okay, so my algorithm tells that 89.2% have not survived and only 10.8 percentage have survived. Okay, right, got it. So now this from this confusion matrix I can tell you like my algorithm is doing best. Okay, now you are saying me like, sir, no, I have a doubt with this algorithm. What I can do is, see, just very simple. I'm going to use another algorithm called multi-class decision jungle. Very simple, no problem. I'm going to use, oh, come on here, train model. Very simple, right? Same process I'm going to do it. Okay, another train model here. Another train model here. See this. This is based on survive, okay, done. And again I'm going to use score model. This is for comparison. Score model, right, and evaluate model I have, right, no problem. Evaluate model, and I'm just executing it again. So it means I am trying to compare with two algorithms. So let's see what happens. Done. Everything is done, right? So again, I'm just right clicking and just visualizing. Can you see this? Okay, previous algorithm I have used accuracy of 80%, but the algorithm which now I have used gives you accuracy of 83%. And you can see the confusion matrix as well. Okay, what you can do is you can just copy paste this into a paper and you can make a result for your journal paper as well. Right, and the next thing I can tell you, like, if you want, okay, right. See what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create into a web service. See, Very simple web service. I've just made a web service. That's it. See, I'm just deploying it. Okay, I'm sorry, I want to execute it. Yes, it's being executed. 1 minute, hold on. Yes, and the next thing is deploying. What is the use of this web service? Say for example, you are creating an application, you are creating a model, and your friend need to do the same. You can tell them, hey, why you are wasting your time? Very simple. I have my application ready, I have deployed, I will give you my web service API. You just use it and you just use the API and you can use my model. This is the beautiful of best feature of web service, right? See, come here. Now the web service is done. See, can you see this? Everything, all the code, sample request, and the beautiful part is, I will come down, just see. See what Azure have done? Azure have created a sample code, an important code in C Sharp, in Python, okay? See, in that's it. Okay, very simple. You are having both. See, even if you want, you can test your application service. If you want, you can enter all the data, something like that, and you can give it, and it will make the application to run. That's it. Okay. So, like, any doubts in this? Any doubts in this? Do you have any doubts? No doubts? Guys, are you there?
Attendees, if you have any queries, kindly post in the chat box now.
Yeah. Can I have feedbacks like how you felt, right? So is it boring? No?
Azure.
No doubts? Because I don't know how to teach, very easy rather than this, because this method is very easy for you. Even non-coders can do this. You can learn AI without coding through this. Because it is like, just think, if I'm explaining the same thing to a CEO of a company who is completely zero in coding, I cannot use Python, right? I cannot use R. Is documentation available on? The session is very useful, but voice is disturbing, not get clear. Vanita ma'am, I'm extremely sorry, right? If you have any doubts, I can tell you, like, you can drop me a mail, right? This is my personal mail, right? I'm sorry for that, because there are few things where we cannot do much on technical stuff. I'm sorry. Kavita ma'am, is documentation available on how to go about? Yes, you can find a lot of documents in the internet. Okay, like I can give you. Generally I'm happy to speak. Like Usha ma'am knows about me well, right? Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you. You can connect me, right? We can work a lot. Any doubts? Yeah, if you don't have doubts, then probably we can wind up Shaman.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so since there are no more queries being posted in the chat box, I think we'll close the session with this. I thank you, dear sir, for that insightful session on machine learning, the different categories, and how it is so easy to use tools that are freely available, especially for beginners. We're really grateful to have you with us. I thank you on behalf of the management as well as the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SJC. I thank all the audience, the attendees, for being such a patient audience and for posting your queries. So